got the ultimate curve, the ultimate friend zone. It was a hard no. It was a hard leave me alone. It was a hard don't text me. He lit my phone up with the friend zone, okay? Welcome to LAVIDAROSA. I'm your host Pinky, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. Before we begin, I want to let you guys know I am doing a giveaway. I'm going to be opening up my own online shop very soon, and I'm going to be having earrings such as these, and these are also a part of the giveaway, as well as 4 other pairs. So if you would like to enter the giveaway, then the instructions will be down below. And also don't forget to subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram, did y'all want to hear about the time that I got curved / friend zone? And of course, everybody wants to be messy and vote yes, okay? This is a very embarrassing part of my life. I want to preface this by saying I was 18 years old, and when I first went to college, I was very naive when it came to guys, because I just didn't mess with too many guys in high school at all. I probably went on 1 date. I mean, I talked to guys, but it was nothing. It was like only in school type of thing. It was very innocent. Going to college is a different world. Okay, it just is. Everybody didn't sign up to be on YouTube, so I'm just gonna not include all the details, only because I feel like if I told it straight, even without saying anybody's name, people would know exactly who I was talking about. Let's just say the guy that I liked name was Jared. This guy was very popular. He was known, but he was also very laid back. I don't necessarily believe in love at first sight, but I think it's more so like that infatuation at first sight. That's what I had. Like, when I first saw him, it was just like, boom. I zeroed in and I was like, I'm gonna marry you. I was like that gone over him for some reason. I don't know what it was. But the bad part about it is, because I felt that way about him, I couldn't even talk to him. I know y'all seen movies and TV shows where it's been like the classic nerd, and he sees the classic popular girl and he tries to talk to her and he just, nothing comes out, or it just mush comes out, or he just looks stupid. That was me. That was me in real life. Like, I used to laugh at that stuff and think it was funny and like, oh, it's over exaggerated. That doesn't happen in real life. That was me. I wish I had my friends here to validate my story. Anytime I would go around this guy, I could not speak. I literally could not open my mouth and say a word. It got so bad to the point where me and my friends, like, they would pump me up. They would be like, okay, we're going to the cafeteria. He's going to be in here. Are you going to speak to him? Are you going to do it? You have to do it. Just open your mouth. Just say hi. Like, it was so bad. I couldn't even say hi. Okay? And so my friends would, like, encourage me to do it. And I would walk over there. And they would have to end up having a conversation with him because I couldn't speak. That's how bad it was. And when I say I was obsessed with him, I was low-key a stalker. Oh, back then on Twitter, you could set it up to where you could get tweet notifications sent to your phone. So anytime he would tweet, I would get a notification. I would get that actual tweet on my phone. Like, that's how stalkerish I was. And I was just looking for any way to communicate with him. Whenever he would tweet, I would try to think of something relatable so he would want to retweet it or maybe respond to it. I was sick, y'all. Another reason why I know he wasn't too interested in me is because of our age difference. I was 18 and he was 26. I didn't have no business liking that grown man, and he had no business liking me. So I understand why it was like not connecting. I was way too immature and he was, like, you know, on another level. So to make a long story short, there was a series of events that happened. One of his friends had to get together my friend was talking to his friend, so we all were at the get together. I ended up being able to actually open up my mouth and speak. I actually had a nice little conversation. It actually ended on like a great note. I mean honestly, just me talking to him was a great note. This is like a very old story for me, y'all, but I'm trying to give y'all the gist. Later on down the line, like I said, we were following each other on Twitter, and I got the courage to DM him. I slid face first in those DMs, and by the end of the conversation he asked for my number, and I was like,
For me?
you would have thought I was Charlie in the Chocolate Factory and I had the golden ticket. I was so hyped. Just the fact that he asked for my number. What? Okay, so he asked for my number, but how about he never text me? I don't know what he was trying to do. Maybe he was trying to give me like a little benefit of the doubt. Then reality hit him and he's like, wait, she just couldn't talk to me not too long ago. I don't know if I want to deal with this level of immaturity. So he definitely did not text me. And I was kind of very disappointed by that, because obviously I was on cloud 9 when I found out he wanted my number in the first place, but he never used it. Thanksgiving rolled around. I don't know if this is still a thing, but on Thanksgiving you wish everybody in your phone happy Thanksgiving. That's how you did it back then. And I guess he sent like a mass text to everybody. I'm saved in his phone apparently, because I get the text, and I'm looking at my phone like, who is this texting me happy Thanksgiving? I'm like, well, who is this?
I think it was at that moment that he knew he messed up.
Not me, because I was here for a girl, but it was an accident. Like, it wasn't even like, that didn't even register in my mind. Like, I'm just like,
Oh, he texts me, now he wants to talk to me.
that whole time, like, I was just really sinking farther and farther into this delusion. I was creating something out of absolutely nothing. Now that I'm older, I'm actually his age of when I was liking him. He's actually entertaining me way more than I would ever entertain an 18-year-old. Because I never would do that. So I already told y'all I was a stalker, right? I began to text that boy about nothing. Just trying to talk to him. He never texted me first, ever. It was always me trying to contact him, talk to him. And, you know, he would be nice, but short. And then it just got to the point where it's like, okay, I want us to go to the next level. I wanted him to be my man. We need to go on a date. Actually, this very moment was happening with like a get together of like all of my friends, and I was just being so open with these text messages, getting relationship advice for this non-existent relationship. Like, I was really into it. And they was just like, yeah, just tell him how you feel, girl. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was just like,
I really like you. I want to take this to the next level.
He sent back the realest message he probably could have ever sent me. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it's basically like, that's not gonna happen. And don't text me again. I got the ultimate curve. The ultimate friend zone. It was a hard no. It was a hard leave me alone. It was a hard don't text me. He lit my phone up. He lit my phone up with the friend zone, okay? And like I said, I was like live commentating my text. So when that text came in and everybody was just surrounding me and saw that text come in, so now I'm not only heartbroken, but I'm embarrassed. This happened in front of a whole group of people. That really hurt my feelings. And I was just like, I didn't want to burst into tears in front of everybody, but I really felt like I wanted to. Of course, friends are going to be like, well, he was ugly anyway. You don't need him, and you could do better and all this other stuff. But you would have thought I was in a 10-year relationship the way I was depressed. Like, I was so hurt. This whole delusional fantasy I conjured up, I had to break up with that. Like, I had to stop his tweets from getting sent to my phone. Really, I had to mute his whole Twitter page so I couldn't see him. When I saw him in public, I would like try to avoid him. I didn't want to run into him. He didn't want me to text him, so I just know he didn't want to see me. And at the time, I was like,
He's so mean.
But looking back, that's what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what I would have done. Just been straight up and tell him the truth and be like, well, we can't talk if you feel that way. I mean, he very well could have taken advantage of me, and he didn't ghost me. He very well could have ghosted me too, but he didn't. So I mean, I could appreciate that looking back. Now, I was really debating on whether I was going to tell this next part. I always want my story times to kind of like have a moral of the story and, you know, kind of come full circle. So years go by, like 4 years go by. And you know, 18 to 21, I grew up a lot. Like, still young, but I've grown up, got more confidence, and, you know, a little bit more experience. And over the years, I've seen him from afar, but never up close enough to speak. We attended the same church, and I would see him from time to time, not up close, like I said. So, I just kept my distance. 4 years later, we were following each other on Snapchat, and I was like, I'm just gonna message him and see what's up. So I messaged him. Eventually I'm like, we need to exchange numbers. You know, going back on Snapchat is not what's up. And he was like, okay, I'll text you. I already got your number saved in my phone. I'm like, why do you still have my number? Didn't you tell me not to text you? Like, maybe he kept my number because he would know not to answer if I were to text. But he texted me. We began to communicate over the phone, and the conversation was trash. I'm not gonna say he was boring or anything, but it wasn't clicking. For whatever reason, it wasn't clicking. So this whole time, I'm sitting up here putting this guy all the way up here on this pedestal, loving him from afar, okay? I was treating him like he was Kofi Cerebro, Michael Ealy, Michael B. Jordan, and we don't even mesh. Like, we don't even click. It was like no point in me going through all of that. So I went through all that to get to this. After we had like one conversation, we was literally done. So I wanted to put that in there to say, don't obsess over one person, especially if they don't return the favor. Like, let somebody chase you. You don't chase after these men, okay? Never. Don't chase after these men. Even if you do start a conversation, if he's not returning the energy you giving him, leave it alone. Honestly, if it's not who God has for you, it's not worth it anyway. Like, just leave it alone. But overall, I'm glad I had that experience, because when it comes to guys, I just wasn't as obsessive as I know I would have been had I not gone through that. It was like, after that, with boys, I could take it or leave it. It was so easy for me to cut people off after that for some reason. So yeah, guys, that was the time I got unmistakably, irrefutably curved / friend zoned. I hope you enjoyed this story and had a little chuckle from my pain. Let me know down below your friend zone stories, and let me know what you felt about my situation. And if you must judge me, remember that's the 18-year-old me. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.